It's another week, which means it's another exciting week of comic book releases, and your boy Pete is here to run down what I consider 5 of the very best comics hitting stores on the 28th of October 2020. But before we get into that, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments down below of some comics that you're reading that you think I should be looking at and speaking about on future episodes of the show. And also head to Collectors Assemble, who have a store in Banbury here in Oxfordshire in the UK, as well as a great online presence with Facebook and their own website. You can get all the comics we speak about today from them, as well as back issues, trade paperbacks, toys, statues, you name it, they can get it if it's comic book related. But let's get into it. Let's run down 5 of the best comics hitting stores on the 28th of October 2020. First up from DC is a bumper-sized 50th anniversary issue for Batgirl. Barbara Gordon is the titular character, and she is coming to an end of her current comic run with this issue 50. Normally a big bumper-sized anniversary issue is a good jumping on point, but this is bringing this series to an end. That does not mean that we're not going to get any Batgirl series in the near future. They always like to relaunch characters with new series, new status quos. But issue 50 is not just a bumper final issue for Batgirl, it's also the introduction of a new character. Ryan Wilder is taking on the mantle of Batwoman, and she is getting her first appearance in Batgirl issue 50. Now, for all you DC TV fans, you may know that the Batgirl TV series is getting a new character in the lead role, and that is Ryan Wilder. So not only is she getting a debut in this bumper issue of Batgirl, she is also going to be on your TV screens for the foreseeable future. So for all you speculators out there, this might be a pretty good book to grab. A first appearance always goes well, especially if their character becomes a favourite, and there's millions of people who watch the DC TV shows and are big fans. So yeah, for you speculators, this might be one worth grabbing. So yeah, issue 50 of Batgirl, the series is coming to an end, but we're seeing the introduction of the new Batwoman, Ryan Wilder, in this issue. So check that one out on sale this week. From fans of comics and TV shows to fans of movies, the Marvel movies to be exact. One of the most popular characters from the Marvel franchise has been Black Widow. You've seen her in all the Avengers films, and she's got her own movie coming out at some point. It's in the can, it's ready to go. It's just finding the right time to release it. But if you want your Black Widow fix filled between now and the film being released, check out the one-shot Black Widow, Widow's Sting, which is coming out this week, which features everyone's favourite Russian spy finding out things that spies find out. Now, it's written by Ralph Macchio. No, not the Ralph Macchio who is the Karate Kid. This is a Ralph Macchio who's done lots of work for Marvel in the past, and he is on writing duties for this one shot. So yes, it's perfect for you if you just want something to fill your gaps in reading. Maybe you haven't got much coming out this week and you just want a one shot to read. This is perfect for you, a Black Widow one shot. And like I say, it gets your whistle wet for the film that's coming out, hopefully in the not too distant future. A franchise that doesn't seem to be able to die, and that is a very good thing, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they have got many comic series running all at once, and another one is hitting stores this week with issue 1 of a 5-issue limited series called The Last Ronin. Now this is set in the future with input from original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, so you know you're going to get a good tale because it features the original creators as well as some newer creators on board to give this 5-issue miniseries a look. Now this is something that Eastman and Laird came up with back in the day. What would happen in the future with the Ninja Turtles? And obviously they could not foresee that it would become the big juggernaut it is, but this is like a tale set in the future, seeing sort of the final days of maybe the Ninja Turtles and seeing what would happen in the future with these characters. So yeah, there's a lot of Ninja Turtles fans out there. I was a huge fan of them growing up. Haven't really read many of the comics myself, but I've heard nothing but good things. I've been told, Pete, you should definitely be reading these books. So yeah, maybe I'll check out this 5-issue miniseries just to see what I think. But yeah, all you Turtles fans, this is a must buy for you. Issue 1 of the 5-issue Last Ronin series. Another series coming to an end this week is from DC, and it is the Three Jokers. Issue 3 of this 3-issue miniseries is hitting stores, which is good going. These have come out on time, and considering it's written by Jeff Johns, who isn't maybe the fastest of writers, and things like Doomsday Clock that he wrote got delayed massively. It's good to see a series he's worked on actually come out on time. But yeah, with issue 3 of the Three Jokers, it does what it says on the tin. We have had 3 Jokers involved in this series, with the Bat family, mainly Batman, Red Hood and Batgirl, trying to find out what is exactly going on with these characters. Now, it's only been 3 issues, and issue 2 left us with a lot of questions and a lot of things to wrap up in this final issue. So yeah, hopefully they can get that done. It's a shame if it feels a bit rushed, because it is only 3 issues, but fingers crossed Jeff Johns knows what he's doing when he's writing these characters. So hopefully things get wrapped up in this 3rd issue, and no doubt it will set the stage for the Bat family going on into the future. But yeah, really, really exciting stuff. I've enjoyed this. I'm not a Batman fan as such. I do read bits here and there, but I've absolutely loved this Three Jokers series. So fingers crossed it wraps up as well as the first 2 issues set things up to be. But it's a public service announcement. I know you're all reading Three Jokers, but issue 3 is hitting stores this week with many variant covers. So pick your favourite and get it bought today or on Wednesday when it comes out. X of Swords is a big X-Men crossover running from Marvel at the moment, and it's crossing over into all the different X books, which Jonathan Hickman has got his hand in all of. Even if he's not on main writing duties, his ideas and his thoughts are being put into play in this huge crossover. And we're at the midway point of this, with X of Swords Stasis, a one-shot hitting stores this week. So if you've been enjoying this series, which I know a lot of you have, we are halfway through, and this Stasis book kind of bridges the gap between the start of the story and the end. So yeah, really important that you pick this one up. If you've been picking up all the tie-ins from all the other X books, this Stasis book is a must purchase for. It's one of the more important titles to come out of the X of Swords series. So maybe you're not reading everything, but you're reading the core books. This is one of those for you. So yeah, really good stuff. Good to see the X-Men back on top. Back in the 90s when I was reading the X-Men, it was one of the biggest comics franchises out there, and it's a shame that it got kind of pushed to the side, but Jonathan Hickman is doing all he can to bring everyone's favourite mutants back to prominence, and this X of Swords series is just that. I'm sure all the first parts are still available in your local comic shop, wherever that may be, but if that is Collectors Assemble, head in. I'm sure they've got plenty of the parts to fill your gaps if you haven't been able to buy it all. But Stasis, majorly important part of this crossover, is hitting stores this week. And that is it. That's what I consider 5 of the biggest titles hitting stores this week, October the 28th, 2020. But by all means, leave some comments below with what you're reading and anything you'd like me to talk about in a future episode of the video. And as we said earlier, check out Collectors Assemble, who have a store in Banbury in Oxfordshire in the UK, where you can buy all the comics we spoke about today and more. But that's it for me for this week. I'll be back next week with 5 more comic book releases to talk about. But until then, enjoy your comics.